Y'all make sure you guys go out with Colton and support him and have a good time. I think that sounds great.
That's a press conference that Marjorie Taylor Greene previously gave where she said America is all about cheeseburgers and guns, and this fetishization of weapons of war, AR-15s, and this bizarre braggadocio dystopian way has been characteristic of Marjorie Taylor Greene. And so while the media wants to both sides these issues, both sides need to tone down the rhetoric. I agree the rhetoric needs to be toned down, but it's not a both sides issue. This was always coming from the MAGA Republicans, and even after MAGA Republican Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike Johnson, went on TV and says, we need to tone down this rhetoric. We all need to just tone it down. What did Marjorie Taylor Greene do right away, as a lot of MAGA Republicans did? Here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene posted. She wrote, "We are in a battle between good and evil. The Democrats are the party of pedophiles, murdering the innocent unborn, violence, and bloody, meaningless, endless wars. They want to lock up their political opponents and terrorize innocent Americans who would tell the truth about it. The Democrat Party is flat out evil, and yesterday they tried to murder President Trump." Folks, this isn't a both sides issue. This type of rhetoric comes from MAGA Republicans, and I'm not going to gaslight you the way other corporate media does. We're going to call it like it is. Democrats had nothing to do with this at all. I mean, the shooter's been identified by the FBI. Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20, of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. He was a registered Republican. He was identified as someone who hung out with friends who would hang out with people when he did, a loner, but when he hung out with people, they would wear Trump hats. He was described by others as always taking the conservative position on issues in his debate classes. He would wear the Second Amendment paraphernalia all the time. When he was involved in the shooting, he wore the Second Amendment paraphernalia. So look where this rhetoric is coming from. And it's rhetoric like that that has no place in our system. Marjorie Taylor Greene then posts the following: "We will not back down. President Trump put his fist in the air and shouted, 'Fight.' And that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to win this election. We're going to elect Donald Trump. And oh yes, we are going to fight!" Exclamation point. This is just the beginning. She's as close to Donald Trump as anyone. She's someone who's a leader of the Republican Party today. So when she says that, that's where it's coming from. It's not a both sides issue. Like, remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene said the following, this was at, I think, a Young Republican gala. She said that if she was leading the insurrection, the insurrectionists would have been armed with guns. Do you remember when she said this? Here, play this clip.
Then January 6th happens, and next thing you know, I organized the whole thing along with Steve Bannon here. And I'm going to tell you something. If Steve Bannon and I had organized that, we would have won. Not to mention, it would have been armed.
Or when Marjorie Taylor Greene gave this speech and she goes, "We love President Trump. How about you guys? We love Jesus. We love God. We love guns." Here, play this clip.
All right, Georgia, how we doing today? Well, I am very excited to be with you guys. I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene, newly elected for Georgia's 14th District in Northwest Georgia. The land of freedom. We love our president. We love President Trump. How about you guys? We also love Jesus very much. We love God, and we're grateful to be Americans, right? And we love our guns. I've got mine today.
Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene suggested, this was kind of consistent thing that she would do, is that she would say that various shootings were false flags designed to persuade Republicans to go along with more gun control. She would spread these despicable conspiracy theories. right after shootings, when it became clear that it should always be clear that there needs to be common sense gun control, she would spread these lies. Here, play this clip.
All right, Georgia, how we doing today? Well, I am very excited to be with you guys. I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene, newly elected for Georgia's 14th District in Northwest Georgia, the land of freedom. We love our president. We love President Trump. How about you guys? We also love Jesus very much. We love God, and we're grateful to be Americans, right? And we love our guns. I've got mine today.
And just so you see, this is just what she consistently did after the Las Vegas shooting on October 1st at Mandalay Bay. She says she spread the conspiracy. That was a false flag as well. Here, play this clip.
Hey friends, I've got a question for you. How do you get avid gun owners and people that support the Second Amendment to give up their guns and go along with anti-gun legislation? How do you do that? Maybe you accomplish that by performing a mass shooting into a crowd that is very likely to be conservative, very likely to vote Republican, very likely to be Trump supporters, very likely to be pro-Second Amendment, and very likely to own guns. You make them scared, you make them victims, and you change their mindset, and then possibly you can pass anti-gun legislation. Is that what happened in Las Vegas? Is that why the country music festival was targeted? Because those would be the people, would be the ones that we would relate to? Are they trying to terrorize our mindset and change our minds on the Second Amendment? Is that what's going on here? I have a lot of questions about that. I don't believe Stephen Paddock was a lone wolf. I don't believe that he pulled this off all by himself. And I know most of you don't either. So I am really wondering if there's a bigger motive there. And does it have to do with the Second Amendment? Because what's the best way to control the people? You have to take away their guns.
Have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits, led by the sponsor of this video, Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. Flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor was compared to sticky soda, Fume cores are closer to herbal teas. Fume has lots of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint and orange vanilla. With flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. Fume draws flavor to your mouth. Fume fills the void ditching a bad habit can leave. You still have something to reach for. Fume is not a vape. There's no vapor, and you could use it anywhere. There's no nicotine. It's not addictive. The non-toxic flavors are a guilt-free alternative. Fume doesn't use any batteries, so you'll never need to charge it. The design is super sleek. It looks awesome, and you can truly feel the weighted high-quality design. One of the things about Fume is that it's made to fidget with, and it calms anxiety with magnets, steps, and clicks. Fume continuously invests in third-party studies to ensure the safety of their products. Fume is also backed by doctors in the United States. My favorite Fume flavor is crisp mint. It is honestly delicious, and I couldn't recommend this more for anyone trying to quit their bad habit. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code MIDAS, M-E-I-D-A-S, to get a free gift with your journey pack. So head to tryfume.com. That's TRYFUM.com. Tryfume.com. Use code MIDAS or scan the QR code on screen to get a free gift with your order today. Yeah, so when I hear, it's both sides, and no one's speaking like that but MAGA Republicans. I'm just showing you the videos and the clips of what they're saying. This was MAGA Mike over the weekend saying that everyone needs to tone down their rhetoric. Here, play this clip.
It heats up the environment. We cannot do that. It's simply not true. Everyone needs to turn the rhetoric down.
Agreed. And what is your message? Because you talked about some of the rhetoric that is focused on Donald Trump. We could give him.
And look, here's another clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene where she yells at a reporter from another country, and she says, go back to your country. We have guns in America. Go back to your country. Here, play this clip.
and it's our job to defend the Second Amendment.
Yeah, I understand that we don't have guns in the UK, that is true, but we don't have mass shootings either. Children aren't scared to go to school.
You have mass stabbings, lady. You have all kinds of murder, and you've got laws against
nothing
that.
like the same rates
Well,
here.
you can go back to your country and worry about your no guns.
That's very kind
We
of
like
you.
ours here.
You know, and I'll never forget this moment either. Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene chased David Hogg, one of the survivors of the Parkland school shootings, to troll him about her love of guns? Just think about this. David Hogg survived a school shooting at Parkland, and he was on Capitol Hill to speak to lawmakers. Okay? MAGA Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene basically stalked him and followed him and yelled at him. She is a leader of the Republican Party. And again, this isn't hyperbole. I'm going to show you the video of what she did to a survivor of a school shooting. Play this clip.
How did you get over 30 appointments with senators? How'd you do that? How did you get major press coverage on this issue? And how did you get kids? Why do you use kids? Why kids? You know, if school zones were protected with security guards with guns, there would be no mass shootings at schools. Do you know that? The best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun.
No, and I'll show you this clip of Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz where he called Marjorie Taylor Greene out and said, look, y'all want to ban books? What are you talking about? Focus on common sense gun control. Here, play this clip.
AR-15s, you know seen what those bullets do to children? You know why you don't hunt with an AR-15 with a deer? Because there's nothing left. And there's nothing left of these kids when people go into school and murder them while they're trying to read. You guys are worried about banning books. Dead kids can't read.
And then Marjorie Taylor Greene posted the following. She goes, I have so many questions about how this 20-year-old was able to nearly pull off assassinating President Trump by himself. This reeks of something a lot more sinister and bigger. There are too many things that do not make sense. I don't care what anyone says about me saying this because everyone knows we are all thinking it. Fine, call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a damn. The insane left has been fantasizing out loud about killing Trump for years. Prove me wrong, she says. No one's been fantasizing about that. You know, when you fantasize and fetishize weapons of war without control at all, when you fetishize irresponsible gun ownership, proliferation of these weapons of war, when you use the violent rhetoric that you do, not a both sides issue, because I don't hear that from Democratic leaders using language like this. I don't hear it. It's despicable. And I'm gonna do what we do here at the MeidasTouch Network. Just keep calling it out, okay? Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.